want to see quality applications in terms of technical skills. We want to know that you have good programming skills, for example. So we want to make sure that you have a good knowledge of English. We want to know that you've worked with colleagues, you've worked with the community to change something around you. We want to know that you will use your education to change something in your community and beyond for this continent.
So we want to know from you, what would you like to do with that education you're getting? It's not getting an education for the sake of getting an education. We want that curious student who's willing to engage and to push the frontiers of knowledge.
When you apply, you write a statement. Why do you want to come to University of Cambridge? And there might be things about what are your plans. So some of the things scholars do is be very flippant about those statements. And if you're flippant, and we have a scholar who scores just as well as you have, and they've written a very strong statement, then you miss out. So you need to think very carefully about your statement, make sure that you come out strong, tell us what you've done. We're really interested in people who are very keen on doing things on the African continent. So you've run, you've maybe participated in some work within the continent, you've helped people, you've even started an NGO or a charity.
One of the things I stress to students is to be authentic. Tell your story, who you are, what brought you to wanting to apply for this program, what makes you a strong academic and personal candidate for the program that you're going into. How has your experience led you to this point?
Look for people that you can talk to. Look for if there are alumni at that network. Look through social media, through LinkedIn profiles. There's been a way that I know that lots of people have been connecting with alumni. Shamelessly reach out to people and ask them for their advice, because they will give you the best and most current advice on how to put together a strong application for that course. Other bits of advice I would have are that you can manage your references. So you'll be asking people for references. I think it's perfectly appropriate to write to your references and outline what it is that you think you would like to see covered in your reference. Outline your strong points and make sure you'll support your referees to write the strongest possible reference for you.
In order to have a good application, I advise potential students to start their applications early. It gives you time to read over, to go back and make changes. It becomes a thoughtful application. When people rush through the application, they leave too many gaps.
Gather all the documentation that is needed to gather your recommendation letters in time, so deadlines are very important. Keep that in mind, start early, and do not be afraid to share your own perspectives on the world.
Your strongest case for any application, I think, for anything, a job or a scholarship, is to be your best version of yourself. So make sure that in your supporting statement and in your CV, and if you're invited to interview, you talk about your own experience, sell your passion and your vision.